Talking about Jon Jones, this could be it for his career with these new charges that have been brought upon him relating to the incident in which it is alleged that he threatened a drug testing officer when she came to his house early morning. Seemed to be that he was a little bit drunk, and he said people that come to my house this early usually die. This is all going off of what the female agent said, so of course we weren't there, we don't know, but if he is charged for what they're talking about, he will have to serve a little bit under a year's worth of jail time. I know there's a fine that comes with that, but Jones is an older guy. Obviously, he's supposed to be fighting Stipe soon. Does this throw a wrench in Jones and a heavyweight division's title implications? I think it absolutely does. I mean, a lot of the optics as well don't look good for this. Jones has now admitted to taking the woman's phone, which is not good considering the climate that we have, and we know Jon Jones to facilitate around himself, which is a climate in which he is guilty until proven innocent. Now, I'm not here to speculate on whether or not he's innocent. It could very well be that there was a big mix-up here. I don't necessarily think that Jon, even though he has had a very bad history, I don't think we should necessarily jump on him and jump on his throat in a lot of the ways that people are online. I think what we should be talking about is the fact that if Jones goes down for this stuff, it's likely time to strip him, because we have Tom Aspinall now defending his interim belt against Curtis Blades. And while it's a fun fight, it's not a good look to have the interim champ defending belts while the real champ is going through legality issues. Jones now is log jamming the division big time. I think it's a bad look. I think in heavyweight 2, you have a lot of fun names, and you have this new guy here in Tom Aspinall that is an interesting mix for a lot of different guys and an interesting look for a lot of different guys. He makes for fun fights because he is a heavyweight that moves like a middleweight with such skill. Gon's another guy. I know it's fun right now to like kind of trash on Gon because he's been super duper inactive and he's really kind of seems like ducking, but Gon's another fun guy to watch. I mean, man, there's so many fun fights you can make at heavyweight, and Jones going through all of this, it's going to take away, again, a year out of the 2 years he has left. It's just tough because I think there are so many compelling matchups, which is why people get so angry. Another thing, and I'll get into this in a second, is with the whole Dana situation. But yeah, I think that the frustration stems a lot from wanting to see these high-level matchups. He ran through Gon. Gon did not know what hit him when Jones stepped in there. I will agree with Dana in that was a very impressive performance by Jones. Are we going to see him against Ngannou? Probably not. There's still, again, Aspinall. Volkov looks really, really good. He's coming off a huge win over Sergey Pavlovich. Sergey Pavlovich himself, still a guy with heavy hands, a fun boxing style, Curtis Blades. You could just run on, and I know I already said this in the video, but you could go for days naming the matchups in this division for Jones. For the life of me, I don't understand why he's still holding on to the belt here. It seems like, and I'll play devil's advocate, not necessarily that I agree with him, but if you want to go on the Dana line of thought, which is that Jones is the greatest of all time and there's nobody in the pound for pound list that's going to catch up to him, then that Gon win has solidified things. Now, I know Jones probably wants to get a Stipe matchup, but he has to have it in the back of his mind that a Stipe win doesn't mean much right now because Stipe is getting older. Prime Stipe, the Stipe that took out Fabricio Verdum, that's a different story. We're not talking about that Stipe. We're talking about two old guys now. Nobody really wants to see that fight. If you're the best of the best right now, categorically, and with the landscape of MMA shifting so quickly, where you have guys that are twice as technical and twice as talented as Stipe ever was, and that's no affront to Stipe because he was a great champion in his time. If you're Jones and you want to be the best, you want to fight the best. But I get back to what I was saying. I guess I could see a world in where if you're Jones, can't you just retire on a Gon win? I mean, to me, and if I'm thinking about Jones's ego, isn't that the perfect way to retire? Why are you risking ruining your legacy against a Stipe Miocic that's coming off the couch after 4 years? It seems like much more of a risk. I don't think the UFC is going to strip him. I think Jones is too far in Dana's favor. But I mean, at what point does he just not owe anything to the sport anymore? I don't agree with who Jones is as a person. I think he's absolutely a scumbag, but he is one of the greatest fighters of all time. Now, PEDs would change that significantly, but from what we know right now, it's been a career marred with controversy. But again, looking at it through the lens of Jones, he could retire right now and he doesn't really owe anyone anything. For as much as we, the fans, want to say, oh, Jones owes us this, Jones owes us this fight, as the heavyweight champion, Jones, realistically, he makes his living off of us, but it's his legacy. He can do with it what he wants. Dana White can do with the division what he wants. All we can sit here and do is say as fans, hey, I wish this would be this way, or in a much less kind way, I should say. I don't know. I just feel like they should strip Jones. I feel like we need the Tom Aspinall era at heavyweight. I feel like he's much more of a charismatic figure than Jones. He's got tons of skill, tons of talent. I mean, doing to Sergey Pavlovich what he did on such short notice is absolutely one of the coldest things I've ever seen. I hope we can see a little bit of movement now in this heavyweight division, and I just don't want to see Tom Aspinall keep fighting for the interim championship. Strip Jones, have Tom Aspinall fight literally anyone for the vacant title. That's what's fair, at least to me, but let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. It has been your boy, the combat consultant, the soundboard god, Jacob Cooperman. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.